Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Tuesday, the 13th of June, 2023. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 finished the day up 0.2% to 7,139 points. It was all about the tech stocks following ongoing strength in global technology companies. WiseTech Global and Xero were up 5% and 4% respectively. Domain Holdings and NextDC also did well. Healthcare and telco stocks also tended to outperform, and the travel groups Qantas, Flight Centre and Corporate Travel Management, they all did pretty well also. Energy companies were among the worst performers. Santos and Woodside fell sharply, as did the coal companies Yancoal and Whitehaven. The gold companies also fell, with Newcrest down more than 1.5%, while Rio, Fortescue Metals, Woodside and BHP all ended lower. Story number 2, Federal Parliament is busy again with the pollies in Canberra for the next couple of weeks before the midwinter break. Today, the Greens formally rejected a compromise offer by the government designed to secure the passage of the $10 billion Housing Australia Future Fund. Under the original policy, the government would invest $10 billion with the Future Fund and the earnings used to build social and affordable housing. Responding to criticism from the Greens, who hold the balance of power in the Senate, of course, the government then said it would spend a minimum of $500 million a year with the aim of building 30,000 social and affordable rental homes over 5 years, including 4,000 properties for women and children facing family and domestic violence and for older women at risk of homelessness. But the Greens rejected the offer, still calling for a nationally coordinated freeze on rents and up to $2.5 billion a year on housing. The Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, said he wasn't giving any more, so we're at a stalemate. Story number 3, maybe the honeymoon is over for the Albanese government. The latest opinion poll shows that voters have cut their support for Labor from 42 to 40% over the past month, while cooling on the party and Prime Minister Anthony Albanese on key benchmarks, including leadership, vision and competence. The shift in sentiment has also delivered a small gain to opposition leader Peter Dutton when voters are asked about their preferred Prime Minister, with his support increasing from 20 to 22%. But according to the survey by Resolve Strategic for the Sydney Morning Herald and The Age, Albanese retains a large lead as preferred Prime Minister, favoured by 53% of voters. Story number 4, the Palaszczuk government in Queensland has delivered a $12 billion surplus this financial year, thanks to massive coal royalties. But big spending on clean energy projects next financial year will result in a deficit in 2023-24. Now, coal royalties jumped $10 billion this financial year to more than $15 billion, according to the state budget released today. Queensland Treasurer Cameron Dick and Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk also announced a $1.5 billion cost of living package, including $550 energy rebates for all households and up to $1,000 in rebates for vulnerable households. Dick said cost of living measures were a key priority of his fourth budget, while the southern states, such as Victoria, have resorted to big tax increases to cover COVID-19 spending measures. Queensland, like Western Australia, has benefited from a surge in coal royalties, and good for them. And story number 5, Donald Trump has stepped up his rhetoric ahead of his day in court, vowing to extract political revenge for his indictment for mishandling classified documents. In a social media post, Trump said that if elected to the White House again next year, he'll appoint his own real special prosecutor to, and I quote, go after Joe Biden and his crime family. The increasingly tense atmosphere leading into Trump's arraignment in Florida has already raised concerns about protests and violence. During his first public rally since his federal indictment was unsealed, Trump over the weekend declared that our people are angry and a final battle is underway to save the country. That's it for the afternoon report for Tuesday, the 13th of June, 2023. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Join Michael Thompson and I tomorrow morning for the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed, the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.